Another day, another dollar as I holler to the world. I love the way I'm living, love the Gucci, love the girls, love the parties and the clubs, love the models and hot tubs, love the German engineering set on deep dish dubs. Another tour around the world, entertaining the fans. I love walking through the airport, taking pictures, shaking hands. Every day for me's an oyster, crack it open, find the pearl. I love the way I'm living, is what I holler to the world.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Marking Out with MVP and Dwayne Swayze.
I'm MVP. He's Dwayne Swayze.
Yeah.
And this, a woman who needs no introduction. So you guys know the game. It's Marking Out with MVP and Dwayne Swayze, where if your best friend was a professional wrestler and you could ask any questions you want to ask, what would you ask? We found that out with Dwayne Swayze. He hits us up with questions every week. But this is a special occasion. I have very cool friends. And now, as a result of Dwayne being my friend, he gets to mark out for my other friends.
Lucky me, bro. Lucky me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you, MVP.
The CEO is here, boss lady.
That's right. Happy to be here. Very excited. It's a crazy week.
This is a very special edition of Marking Out. This is all-in weekend.
Yeah.
And behind that curtain, you can't see it because of light, but Globe Life Stadium is right
You have
there.
the best view. I'm jealous.
I know people.
I know some people too, but damn, they didn't hook me up like you. I'm supposed to be the CEO, but it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, wait, don't you have like the whole floor suite upstairs?
That's true. I have the whole 19th floor all to myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if you want to trade.
No.
Okay.
We'll keep it like that. We'll keep it
Okay.
like that.
Dwayne,
What's going
stop
on?
marking out, man.
Oh, my God. Well, first off, appreciate you bringing your belt with you.
I know. But I didn't just bring one title. You know, I'm a champion of 6 titles.
There's half a dozen titles, man.
And I heard you're like the biggest mark. You wanted to see the championships, no?
Are they here?
Are they here? I don't go
Can
anywhere
we-
without them.
Can the belts come in, please?
Assistant, can you help me?
Let me
So first we got the Rev Pro Championships, and that comes with 2 of them. Queen of the South Side, and this is the Rev Pro.
Oh, my goodness. These
I
sun
won
guns
these
are
titles
heavy.
at the Tokyo Dome this year, which
Tokyo Dome this.
that was like one of my biggest dreams since I was 13 years old.
Hey,
I
I'm
loved
going to need some help.
Japanese women's wrestling. This is the CML Women's Championship that I won just last month in Mexico City at Arena Mexico.
Oh, my goodness.
And then last but not least,
Oh,
I am the Owen Hart Foundation champion of 2025.
Oh, my
You
gosh.
think you can hold all those?
put one on each shoulder.
Oh, I need some.
Oh, no, we're not done yet. Here,
Whoa. I said 6 titles, bro. Come on.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6.
Oh, my God.
This is my EWA Women's Championship from Austria.
Look at his face right now.
Look at it. It looks so
It's
cute.
genuine. Look,
Can you tell me how heavy that feels in your hand?
man, I can't even call it. This got to be like 40, 50 pounds.
This
Yeah.
is what I have to carry on my carry-on every single week when I travel. I go through TSA, get pulled to the side every single time. They have to pull out the titles, go run it through the bag thing again. Then I have to get on the plane and then try my best. Sometimes it's 5 in the morning and I don't have the energy to lift 60 to 70 pounds to the overhead.
Oh,
Like,
my
"Can I help you?"
goodness.
I'm like, I don't want you to hurt your arm, but yes, I do need some help. But
And then you got the idiots that want to take your belts out and then walk around with it. Like, yo, my man.
I
Yo.
got to catch the flight. We gotta
I got
go.
business to do. Yeah.
Well, let me. You want to grab one of these, brother?
We'll try to display them.
Set some of these up here while we.
And if it's too much, we can give it back to Raina, my assistant.
You think he's going to give those back?
No.
No,
Raina, you good if I hold these for a minute?
Here we go. This is like, so I was a dual champion once,
Yeah.
and I had the United States Championship and the tag team
titles,
championship.
yes.
And I remember how heavy my bag was with just those 2 titles.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the OGs used to say, belt just makes your bag heavy, kid. You know, well, I want my bag to be heavy.
I want it too.
But then there does come a time when you go like, look, man, I like being the champ, but the aggravation that comes with being the CEO.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
It's a lot of work.
more belts, more problems.
I say more belts, more money. That's my saying.
Bam. Okay. You know what? And we are about business.
We love money.
Money makes the world go round.
That's right. Money changes everything.
Are there any more belts to win? Uh-oh.
You are here at All In Weekend, and do you not know what match I have?
Oh, I know.
Excuse me. Of course, there's many titles to win, but I need to win the biggest title, the AEW Women's World Championship, against Toni Storm. And this is a title that I've been eyeing for like at least 2 to 3 years. I've been watching Toni Storm before I even signed with AEW. She's the woman that I watched, and I was like, I have to join this women's division because she is so special. She is such a superstar, and I've never seen a woman just take a character and just own it so much like she does. Like, you believe everything that she's saying. You believe that she is timeless and she's from the past. And she's just so captivating. I'm so excited to wrestle somebody like that because I've been doing this for 15 years, but to have someone that has the same star power, that has a character driven and just loves wrestling, it's like, what can go wrong? All we can do is make magic in the ring.
Right on.
Wow. I'm just listening to that and I'm just thinking, yeah, there's a special synergy that takes place when you're in the ring with somebody who has the same level of passion, talent, and ability. Like, what we do is way more difficult than people realize, but we make it look easy. But when you're in there with another talent who is just transcends pro wrestling in so many different ways, it gets even easier.
Yeah.
Because it just flows.
It does.
And I have to say, I'm a little bit older than you. But I remember when women's professional wrestling sucked.
Yeah.
And, especially at WWE, they didn't care about work rate. It was bra and panties matches and evening gown matches, just stupid stuff. And you had, back then, women like Molly, who were exceptional. And then you had Lita. And I remember watching Trish when she first started, and she wasn't very good.
Yeah.
She became an all-time great. But there was no emphasis on women's ability.
Yeah.
And then, I'd say a generation or so later, you and Bailey are headlining the Barclays Center.
Crazy.
And now, I give props in the past, and I all the time on this show I've done it, where I give props to women like Gail Kim and Awesome Kong. Because at Impact, they were wrestling.
Yes.
And women weren't given those same opportunities in the same way at WWE. And now, to say you wrestle like a girl, you've helped change that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I hope you wish
You could wrestle
like a girl.
Yeah,
But a woman.
A woman.
This woman.
Yes. It's crazy to think that. I've, since I was 10 years old, I knew wrestling was my calling, my sole purpose, my everything. And I always told my mom I wanted to be a pro wrestler, and then I would watch it with her, and she'd be like, that's what you want to do?
What is wrong with you?
She's watching the bra and panties matches with me and the mud fight. She goes, that's what you want to do? What did I do wrong to raise you like this? I don't want you to do this. I'm like, no, Mom, not that. Watch the next match. Watch Eddie Guerrero. I want to do that, but the female form. And I've always just manifested that dream of just being a professional wrestling. Like, that saved my life as a kid. I needed wrestling. But I didn't know how I was going to get there because I watched the women growing up and I was like, I don't look like them. I don't look like a model. I don't have the big boobs. I don't have the beauty. But I knew I had something.
That's debatable.
I grew into that.
I think you're a very beautiful woman.
I grew into that.
So you were an ugly duckling?
I didn't believe I was pretty.
Okay, we'll make that stipulation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't feel like I was what I saw on TV.
Okay.
I couldn't relate. I was different. I was a mixed girl living in Iowa. I was the only Black girl in my town. Like, I just didn't fit in. So I didn't know where I was going to fit into the world of wrestling, especially on TV. But I knew I had this dream of, I wanted to change the definition of what it meant to be a diva. So when I came to the WWE, they were still doing like a little bit of bra and panties. Like, this was like where, like, the near end of it. And I remember when I got signed, I bought so many push-up bras and so many swimsuits with push-ups in it, because I'm like, we're probably gonna have to do a dance contest, a bikini contest. And I'm just like, Mercedes, you're gonna do your best, but show them that you wanna be a wrestler. And within those, like, that month I signed to FCW, things just started to change. They were letting us be more wrestlers, but we were training. I said, well, you can't strike like the guys. We still want hair pulling. We still want you guys to look girly. And then I feel like once Triple H came down to NXT and switched it, and Dusty Rhodes, like, really had so much passion for his students that he was teaching.
I love Dusty.
And William Regal, I feel like those were the three
Yes.
that were just like, you know what, let's give the women an opportunity to show that they can shine. And the first ever women's match that I saw at NXT was like Paige and Emma, and they had like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen that. I want that. I have a drive for this. And then eventually I just kept going and going and going until I had a four-way match with Charlotte, Becky, and Bayley, and the fans said that we stole that show. We stole that. Like, we had the greatest match then, and then I became NXT Women's Champion and had that match with Bayley and Barclays. And I feel like after that match, women's wrestling kind of just elevated and changed.
You changed the landscape. You really did.
Crazy.
Do you know who and a lot of people don't realize this, who my favorite all-time wrestler is?
Female or male?
Wrestler.
Is it gonna be Eddie Guerrero? Who? I don't know.
Manami Toyota. Manami Toyota.
No way.
My favorite.
That's my.
She is my GOAT.
Oh my God.
You know? And it's funny because when people say, like on social media, Charlotte's the greatest of all time. I said, you spell Manami Toyota.
Yes.
No shade to Charlotte. I absolutely
No.
love Charlotte. Yeah. But, my GOAT
Yes.
is Manami Toyota. And my introduction to Japanese wrestling via Norman Smiley was Manami Toyota.
Versus
and I remember,
Akira or Aja?
No,
What match was it?
actually, it was a tag match.
Okay.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen that kind of wrestling, let alone women doing
Yes.
that. And I'm watching the violence in this match. And when it was who was her partner? I think it was Sasha. And then I just remember on the finish, I stood up and I looked at Norman and I went, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. He goes, sit down. That was just the first fall.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? There's more?
There's more.
So, yeah, Manami Toyota is my absolute
Mine
favorite.
too. I started watching Japanese women's wrestling when I was 13 because I started going to online school. And I didn't go to online school. I went to YouTube and I went to forums to download matches and just watch matches all day when I was supposed to be studying. And I saw Japanese women's wrestling and I was like, whoa, wait, what?
What is this?
Women can actually fight and it's an all-women show and they're main eventing and they're bleeding and they're jumping off the top rope, they're diving, they're doing so many stuff. I'm like, I've never seen this, but this is what I dreamt. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to see on American TV. This is what I want to show my mom that I want to do. Which is so crazy. And I just watched Japanese women's wrestling like, I want to be in Japan one day. I want to go to Mexico one day. But I got the call from WWE first. So, which I'm very thankful because I've learned so much. I've grown so much being with the WWE. But it's so cool you saying Manami is your favorite too, because that was my absolute favorite.
You said as we were coming in here talking about your dream of wrestling in Japan.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, he knows this. For me, WWE was a goal.
Yeah.
New Japan was my dream.
Wow.
Tokyo Dome was my dream.
Yeah.
WrestleMania was a goal. Wrestle Kingdom was my dream. And when I was in WWE, I used to say all the time, before I retire, at least once in my career, I want to hear, whoa.
Yes.
And I remember being in New Japan, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people thought that I got fired by WWE. I asked for my release. I had a year left on my deal. They were offering me a 5-year deal. And at that point, I wasn't happy anymore.
Yeah.
I had lost my passion for wrestling. And I wanted to wrestle again. And I asked for my release so that I could go to New Japan. And it reinvigorated my love for wrestling again. And then I had the pleasure of, I remember the first time being in the ring. And I was with, he was Giant Bernard and Jason Albert, I guess they call him now. And it was the afternoon, and I was just standing like, this is a New Japan ring. And then I heard they were doing a little sound check, and I heard the New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps. I'm like, I'm here. Being in my hotel and looking out the window, I was telling them, because the Globe Life, part of the letters are green. And the Tokyo Dome,
yeah.
So looking out the window and seeing those green letters and being like, I'm actually here. Like, so when you first got a chance to wrestle in Japan, what was that like?
I remember the first time I was with WWE, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. But the first really big time is
Yeah, because that's a little different, wrestling in Japan for WWE
It's
versus...
so different. it's when I got let go by WB and I was still in my headspace of like, what am I gonna do next? I don't know where I fit in wrestling anymore, and who am I? I'm not Sasha Banks, and I have to deal with that. It's very hard to be somebody for 10 years, and legit, you don't hear your real name during those 10 years. You're playing this role as the WWE IP every single day. So when I got let go, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know who I am. Who am I? But I went back to the kid I'm like, your dream has always been Japan. You always wanted to wrestle in Japan. Let's go chase your dreams. Go chase those goals that you haven't got to achieve. So I remember being at my friend's wedding, Mojo, and I ran into T. Why am I not? I don't know his name in WWE right now. He's with the Bloodline. Tavia, what's his name?
Just
call him T.
Yeah.
Camacho, he was the name before.
Yeah.
That's how I know him. And we just talked wrestling because he was in New Japan at the time, and I'm like, man,
G.O.D., right?
Yeah, I always wanted to be.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to New Japan, and he's like, you know what? Let me contact you with Rocky. I messaged Rocky right away. I texted him like, hey, I'm really interested in joining New Japan. He's like, well, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely, let's just get it
course.
going. And just from that text message, just 2 months later, I signed a contract with New Japan, and I said, I'm gonna make my debut at the Tokyo Dome. I just did a promo. I walked out and interrupted Kyrie, and I was like, once that was over and I did that, I was like, I had the goosebumps in my stomach. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I achieved this goal, and I was like, next year, I wanna wrestle in the Tokyo Dome.
Oof.
And then the next year, I wrestled in the Tokyo Dome, but I got to wrestle for Stardom in New Japan, in Japan for about 2 months, and I stayed out there for a month. I got an apartment, tried my best to be in part of the culture and everything. But it was just, it's so different.
It is. It's
So different from American
a
wrestling.
lot of adjustments to make, especially socially.
So
to live
everything.
there.
But even just having the match, you don't get the same reaction as an American fan do. It's more they're watching, they're appreciating every single move. It's not really storyline driven. It's like,
Action.
how hard? Yes.
Fighting.
A real freaking fight. And I love that feeling of just the realness of professional wrestling. There's such an art to making people believe.
How long were you there before your injury?
So I was there for a month and a half, and I had lost the title to Miyu. And then I came back, and New Japan still wanted to do stuff with me. So they created the New Japan Strong Women's Championship so we can have a women's division here in the US.
And that's not one of these, right?
I lost that one.
Oh.
I lost that one a couple months ago.
No, you didn't lose it. You relinquished it.
I did. I didn't even get pinned.
You relinquished it.
Mina got pinned. I was in a three-way.
You didn't lose.
I didn't lose.
You relinquished it.
Exactly. And I thought that was so cool that they were going to make a women's division special here in the US for New Japan. And New Japan, it's a male-dominated world too. They didn't have a women's division 2 years ago.
Society.
They started the women's division in 2022. And I wanted to be a part of that because that's the biggest company in Japan. So for them to bring that to the US and to give the women here an opportunity, I knew it was going to be something special. But I just always want to help women's wrestling. I want to make it grow. I want to make it global. And I want people that haven't been seen to be noticed because there's just too much talent out there to not be seen.
And I think you've been pretty successful with it.
I hope so. I feel like every woman that I get to be in the ring with, there's buzz on the internet or people are talking about them or they go on YouTube and watch their matches or follow them on Instagram or Twitter. And, you know, I just want women to have a chance to succeed.
Yeah. Well, before Dwayne hits you with his next question, I just want to hit you with this.
Okay.
So talking about the difference with American wrestling and Japanese wrestling and just Japanese culture, the Japanese don't like to say no. So when you're calling a match, and tell me if you've had this, where you suggest something that the wrestler you're working with doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, nah, I'm not cool with that, they go, maybe different idea.
Yeah. I think maybe.
Or the face you get, that means no. But they're not going to say no, right?
It's
is that
true.
what you
but I also
women the same way?
They are, but they are. When I had a three-way with Hazuki and Azumi, and I gave a lot of suggestions, they're more like, "Oh, so good idea. Oh, so cool." And then I got that too. Maybe this. Maybe I don't understand or this. But for me too, I had to understand their language because what is it, a brain buster, is a suplex for them, or is it an arm drag? And I was getting confused. I'm like, do I take an arm drag or a suplex? And you're not dropping me on my head, right?
Well, yes, I am, actually.
And I'm gonna kick you in your face.
Kick your face. That was my favorite Kawada t-shirt. Kawada is one of my all-time favorite ones.
Oh, amazing.
He had a t-shirt that just said, kick your face. And I thought that was the greatest t-shirt ever.
And he had legit kicks.
That running high boot in the corner, it's Sami Zayn. A lot of the younger generation know it as a haluva kick.
Yeah.
But before he was doing it on TV, I was doing it. And I blatantly stole it from Kawada. And it's that running high boot in the corner. But his brutality with, or the stiff kick.
Oh, yes.
Kicks to the face. Like, it's just a level of brutality
Yeah.
that I think Japan has that we don't see here in the same way.
Because we don't want to take those kicks.
But you'll give them, though.
No, I won't even give them because I'm like, I don't want to get it back. It's such a different style. Like, only in Japan will I go a little bit hard, but when they come here, I'm like, easy, right? Easy.
Okay.
No stiff.
Okay.
I'm not stiff. You won't be stiff, right?
Right. So you chose the ring name Mercedes Moné. Was there an alternate name you strongly considered, and why did you pass on it?
No. Again, I was just like sitting in my closet, actually crying, being like, oh, God, what do I do next? Who am I going to be? But I always wanted to be Mercedes as a wrestler, but I couldn't be back in the independents because there was a wrestler named Mercedes Martinez. And I sent my stuff everywhere, and they're like, no, we have Mercedes Martinez. You need a different last name. I'm like, oh, great. But just like a vision came to my mind of being like, okay, Mercedes, what is it going to take for you to get back to the WWE? Well, they got to give me money. Well, what do you want? What did they not pay you? Money. What changes everything? Money. What? Money. And just I kept hearing money.
Money.
Yeah.
And then I said, Mercedes, money. And I sent it to a couple different people, and I said, well, how should I do the spelling and stuff? And just the money came, and it just clicked. Then I trademarked it, and then I saw all on the internet, like, who's Mercedes Moné, and where's she gonna go, and blah, blah, blah. But it just felt like me, because that's what I wanted to be. I want money. I want to grow. I want to be a CEO. I want to take control of my life. And back then, I just didn't have the money that I have now.
The Moné.
I wanted to manifest that money, so I wanted that last name as Moné.
What aspects of your character from Mercedes Moné and Sasha Banks did you struggle with?
That I struggle with? I don't know. I feel like my first couple months with AEW, I was just still trying to figure out who was Mercedes Moné and make sure it wasn't Sasha Banks. I wanted her to be very, very different, so people didn't want to compare. And I feel so very blessed to be able for fans to call me Mercedes now. It took a long time because Sasha Banks is just such a name in wrestling where Sasha,
Yeah,
but
you've established that.
it's so established.
You put some stank on that
But
name.
I did. I'm so thankful. But now I'm here in my career where I've been in AEW for a year and a half. I've only had this Mercedes Moné for almost 3 years, but now fans are having this respect to call me Mercedes Moné, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just really wanted to level up from what Sasha Banks was. She was the legit boss, and I wanted to level up to be the CEO, the boss of all bosses. Don't let everybody tell me what to do. Being the CEO of my own life. So I don't know, I just wanted to level up to a whole complete different level so people wouldn't look back and like, no, that's Mercedes or that's Sasha Banks, the legit boss still. I wanted to be so different.
Well, I'll tell you what, my son Camden, he still, well, actually, I think he lost the sunglasses.
Does he still have the rings?
But he had the rings, and he was posted up with my chain and your rings and the sunglasses, and he was letting it be known. And
Oh,
I remember seeing him.
yeah. So little boys and little girls saw you and thought, oh, she's cool. I like her.
That's so cool.
And you have an element of cool that is very organic. Some people try to be cool, and it's so forced. But you just, I mean, he's giving it to you raw. Like you're a cool person in general. Just, cool. But I mean, you ooze the confidence that comes with, no, I got this. I am all that.
Yeah.
And you've shown time and again, when the bell rings, you are all that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dwayne, this is you. Yeah.
No, continue, please.
No, I definitely try that. I think because I've loved wrestling for so long, and I feel like I'm so comfortable in my skin of being a professional wrestler. I feel a lot of times people are not comfortable in their character, and even as being a wrestler still, like they're still learning of how to control a crowd while being a character and do moves and feel like they're cool. It's just like, you don't have to feel like you're cool. You just gotta be you. Go be it. Go
That's
live
what I
it.
say all the time. I always tell a lot of the younger talent, I can give you the secret to the business. It's simple, but it's not easy.
Right.
Figure out, like when I do seminars and whatnot, I'll pick somebody that has on a wrestler's shirt. I'll say, how much did you pay for that shirt? $30. Do you have a job? Yeah. How much you make an hour? I make $10 an hour. So you spent 3 hours of your life to earn money to buy that wrestler's shirt so you could wear it. What is it about that wrestler that made you want to buy their shirt? Figure out what it is about you that will make someone want to buy a ticket to see you.
That's great advice.
Now, it's simple, but it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
No, yeah.
You have figured out. I said, just take you. Like MVP is Hassan with the volume turned all the way up. The Rock is Dwayne Johnson with the volume turned all the way up.
Yes.
And the most organic and authentic stars I have found is them with their volume turned all the way up. Would you say that applies to you?
I would, or I would say that I'm bipolar. Like I'm complete opposite when I'm at home. Like I'm not all this when I'm at home. And when I'm at home, I'm just with my corgis. I'm on the couch, and you wouldn't even think that I'm a wrestling
You
superstar.
watch corgis?
I have 3 corgis.
Tell me that one is named Ein.
It's Ryu. One's name's Ryu from Street Fighter. But I don't know. You're so true about this character all the way turned up because I was so shy growing up. You couldn't get me to talk. You couldn't get me to stand up and talk to the class. You couldn't get me to introduce myself to anybody. I was so freaking shy. But I knew inside with wrestling, you have to be everything and more. So this could be me turned up to 1,000,000, or this can just be my bipolar and I'm just the complete opposite. Who knows? I'm everything that I dreamt that I wish that I am. I guess this is me, but once the red light's on, it's like way up.
Yeah, and just in real life, I have to turn myself down.
Yeah, I wish I could be like that. Yeah, I like when people don't bother me, leave me alone. I'm in my own zone, but once this and I'm around fans, it's all the way up.
All the way up.
I'm all the way up.
All right, guys, so if you made it to this point in the video, make sure you like, comment,
Subscribe. And share. Look. Let me explain something to you, right? This is Marking Out with MVP and Dwayne Swayze. And we have brought to you the CEO. Now, very special episode because we don't have guests often. But when we do, we bring you the absolute best, the top of the top. And because we do that, you should like, comment, subscribe.
And share.
And share.
Please.
Share. But you don't share your titles.
I don't share my titles. I don't like to share.
She is today. I got
I'm
three.
letting you mark out, but I'm not sharing. I'm letting you keep those.
Right on. Understood. Okay, so next question, and this is going to be for both of you guys. So MVP created entrance music with Westside Gunn and Smoke DZA. Mercedes, you collaborated closely with Snoop Dogg. How does music selection influence your in-ring confidence?
Gosh, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll just say that the music doesn't influence my confidence. The confidence is like the music just accentuates my confidence. If anything, the music is seasoning on the meat. Like I'm coming out and I'm MVP, regardless what music is playing. But the music helps with the overall experience. When it was WWE and the I'm coming, to this day, people, it was cool. And I didn't like my entrance music.
You didn't? Everyone loves that.
No disrespect to the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Silk the Shocker. No hard feelings. I'm just, musically, I'm not a fan. I didn't like the song. But the first time, Dusty Rhodes chose it. Oh. And the first time that I had to hear it, they said, Vince wants to see you by ringside. He goes, come here, let's listen to your entrance music. And I just told this story recently. They're playing it in the arena, and Vince is
Hit the moves.
He was going with that. Hell yeah.
You like it, I love it. And then it turned out to be, really cool music and it worked well. And now with the Hurt Syndicate, when we come out, but before we come out, people are already,
I know.
West Side Gun hit a home run with that hook. And to answer your question, for me, it doesn't influence my confidence. My confidence is what it is. It enhances the experience, is what I would say.
I would have to agree, but I feel like entrance music is so important. It's what you guys hear before we even come out. And for me, when I made my debut at AEW, just having that CEO chant, the fans got it right away. And when I came out, they're chanting CEO, so they got my character exactly. And like when you guys come out, I'm in the back too. We heard you. We heard, like it just makes you feel alive. So I feel like you said, it doesn't give me my confidence. It would boost it. Like we don't even have to have entrance music. We can come out and it'll still be the same confidence. But just hearing that first initial, we heard people are CEO, having the fans just stand up and be like, yes, my favorite's coming out, or I get to chant this and be a part of it. It's such a cool feeling.
Now, I remember WWE was in Houston, and I was in the back for something or another. I wasn't working there at the time. And you mentioned earlier that you met me when you were 16 with Snoop.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. But I started seeing Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Banks.
Yeah.
Before I was MVP, I was Antonio Banks. And I didn't know that she knew that. And we were in catering.
Oh, you knew?
I'm the biggest MVP fan. You have no idea
how flattered I am when she came. What's up, Unc? Yeah, we're Banks family. You know. And then I guess it was one of the video game.
Yeah, and I did your entrance. Yeah.
Man, everybody, MVP, have you seen this?
Wait a minute. You did his entrance?
I'm coming. Yes.
It was the video game.
Fire.
I was beyond humbled and flattered for somebody as awesome as you to be a fan of mine and to pay homage to me that way. Like, I was marking out.
I've been a fan of yours for so long. I remember you debuting on SmackDown, and I was just like, who is this guy? And I rehearsed all your promos. I'm not a big star. I'm Twinkle Twinkle. I'm a big star. Like, I remember all your promos and
What'd you think?
Stuff you did with Matt Hardy. Like,
What'd you think about his gear?
I loved his gear. I loved it when you had to protect the ring on your thing. I loved your gear. It was so different than any other superstar at the time, too.
There was an evolution with that, though, because that first outfit,
the all blue or the purple?
Brian Boitano figure skater looking
Yeah, you had the Power Ranger
That was
outfit.
not what I was supposed to have. I thought it was a rib. I thought they were ribbing me.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, that's your outfit. I'm like, no, man, that's not what we talked about.
But you made it your own.
Well, Vince said to me, I'll never forget, he goes, your ego's gonna get that over. Okay, so it was an evolution to get to the protect this ring. And I wanted that because Under Armour was a brand new company.
Yeah.
And Nike Dry Fit was like a new thing. And people didn't really know about that yet. And that's the look that I was going for. Mm-hmm. And the seamstress did not capture that look at all. So it was an evolution to get there. But again, now when I see young guys, on indie shows, whatever, wearing those kind of outfits, MJF recently is, wearing
your stuff.
It's humbling. It's humbling. And again, for somebody of your stature to give me that kind of praise, I'm rarely at a loss for words. I'll talk all damn day. I don't run my mouth, but I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's flattering.
Biggest fan.
So guys, I know we have to wrap up soon. I got one more question for the both of you. So you both joined AEW in 2024. What's one immediate difference in AEW's locker room culture compared to WWE?
Oof. For me, it's night and day. Well, first of all, I have my own locker room.
I was gonna say, she has her own dressing room.
So that helps me a lot. I'm not in it, but I like being away from it. I don't want to be part of drama or anything, but when I am around the girls, it just feels like such a community of wanting to make this place grow. There's a hunger because I feel like we still feel so underground and we want to make it like up here. Like, so all these women have so much drive and passion and I can feel it. Like, they fire me up. I want to be the best because they want to be the best. And same with the guys too, just the energy with the guys. It feels so different. And I don't want to say like, oh, WWE was bad or people are like egos, but it just feels like we're all trying to fight for something. We're trying to fight to make this the best. And I love people who have passion and hunger. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, and the only way that you're going to be successful in our industry is if you are passionate and hungry. And when the hunger stops, quit.
Please.
Yeah.
Go
Quit.
away. Get out.
I don't want you in my presence if you're not hungry. And all these years later, all the things that we've accomplished, all the things that we've done, we're not finished. Like, you could have stopped and said, okay, I'm finished. But you're still out here collecting belts,
The belt
whooping
collector.
ass and not bothering to take names. You know, it's just a hunger and a passion that doesn't cease. And the best of the best in our industry have an unceasing hunger and passion. And what I see in the locker room is a lot of young talent with a chip on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
They got something they want to prove. And I make no bones about it. Like, you goddamn right, I got a chip on my shoulder. So does Bobby, so does Shelton. And we wanted to show, like, y'all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Khan was cool enough to give us that opportunity to rejoin, you know, to put our group back together. And when we walk around, you know, I see some of these young guys, and, you know, I see that swagger and that desire to go out there and just bring the house down every night. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist on the other side. Mm-hmm. It's just a little different because over at WWE, you know, that's the established brand. That's you know, the bully on the block. And AEW, you know, 6 years now. Yeah. And at AEW, you have a lot of people that feel they have a lot to prove, and you can feel that.
Yeah.
And I respect that, you know. And I might not necessarily agree with how some of the younger talent want to go about expressing that, but I appreciate their desire to express it. And if you don't have that, you shouldn't be here. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree. If you don't love it, you don't want to even try or grow or be the best, then get the fuck out. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Get out! Get out!
Get the fuck out!
Get the fuck out! Because there's so much talent that want the opportunity in that spot. So give it to them.
Right. Mercedes, we're being told that you've got things to do.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to go back to StarCast and do photo ops. And you probably have the rest of your day just planned out.
A little busy, but tomorrow's the big day.
Yep. You got to get some sleep tonight.
I have to.
You got to get some rest. Because Toni Storm is no joke.
She's no joke.
She's going to make you step your game up. And I know you're going to make her step hers up.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to watch your match.
Thank you.
All right. And I get to watch my buddies beat people up, and I just talk about it.
I love that.
All right. So, marking out MVP and Dwayne Swayze. Very special episode with our guest, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
The belt collector.
Yeah. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look. Magnificent.
So cute.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got more to come. And the most important thing is we love professional wrestling here. And we're trying to give you something that's just a little bit different. We're not, you know, giving you recaps, and we're not talking about who's right, who's wrong, and opinions. We're just talking about our experiences, our passion, and, you know, I try to drop some gems and game on, you know, some of the younger people and give fans a peek behind the curtain in a different way, not in a dirt sheet way,
right,
but from the perspective of our experiences, what we've seen, what we've done, and just try to explain the game from the perspective of people who have been places and done things. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming here.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Your time is extremely valuable. I get that as a businessman. So thank you for joining us.
Of course, anytime.
And normally we're drinking bourbon, but, you know, today we got some work to do, so we got to kind of keep it up.
And I don't drink dark. You don't want to see me on dark alcohol.
Oh.
Let's wait till after all it.
Okay, all right. Or maybe you should just take a shot right before your match.
Tequila, if anything.
Ooh.
Hey.
Dark, I don't know if Tony's going to be alive after the match. Woo.
Well, all right.
Maybe it might be a good idea. Who knows?
And as we close this out, what do we say? See you, Space Cowboy.
I just lay back in something new. Whiskey 21 and over, low ball. Make it too neat. Dizzer from Harlem. Yeah, I'm from Houston, off of Fondren. Mike Mazan and real world flow. Plant these seeds in the streets and in weeks, watch it blossom. Dark night, riding on chrome, swinging through Gotham. It's me and P, repaving these roads.